Some people say Shanghai has its own pricing system, with costs ridiculously high. Others say, like here, is quite cheap. Today, as a local, I want to share the real situation about Shanghai's prices. Watch till the end. There is one thing that's truly the most expensive in the world, but has no real value, yet people still scramble to get it. Let's start with what everyone cares about most, food. At famous tourist spots, restaurant prices are usually at least double the normal rate. And if it's a well-known brand, prices can be 3 times higher. But it's not all bad. For example, foreign visitors familiar with xiaolongbao can try Nanxiang Mantou restaurant near Yu Garden. Although the unit price is high, the per person is about 100 yuan, only ordering xiaolongbao. The classic filling is pork, and the crab roll version is an upgrade. Both are worth trying. Other dishes are not their specialty, since the restaurant mainly sells this xiaolongbao. I recommend it because it has a long history and decent tastes. It's not the best, but considering the environment, location, and hygiene, it's acceptable for foreign visitors. Some very cheap but delicious local places might be hard for tourists to step into. Using this as a reference, in everyday life, a meal with xiaolongbao near home costs around 30 yuan. Noodles or wontons range from 15 to 20 yuan, and depending on toppings, usually won't be higher than 50 yuan. Some seafood or specialty noodle dishes can push their price to 100 yuan or more, but that's not common for daily meals. These casual Chinese restaurants are like fast food in the West, quick and filling snacks. For more formal Chinese restaurants, where you order several dishes to share and enjoy slowly, the minimum per person is above 50. If you want a slightly better environment, 100 yuan per person isn't expensive. Brand restaurants commonly charge 200 to 300 yuan per person. Notice that Chinese dining is shared. You don't order the same dish for each person, but share everything on the table. Besides Chinese food, Shanghai's foreign cuisine is also top-notch. For example, Japanese restaurants here match or even surpass the quality I've had in Tokyo. Because Shanghai has a large consumer base, fresh ingredients sell fast and the material update quickly. You can find some of the top restaurants in the Gubei area with 200 to 300 yuan per person budget. Check out my third video about city locations for Gubei info. If you are interested in steak, Shanghai has the world's top 3 steakhouse chains with prices around 1,000 yuan per person. For locals, breakfast usually costs just a few yuan. Lunch and dinner out are not cheap, but ordering takeout can be half the price. This is opposite to many developed countries because labor cost here is low. However, I don't recommend ordering takeout very often, especially from unknown restaurants, due to hygiene concerns. Of course, cooking by yourself is much cheaper. Pork costs about 20 yuan per 500 gram, beef about 40 yuan, chicken breast around 15 yuan. Vegetables and mushrooms are not only cheap, but very diverse. The biggest concern is that local markets aren't the best shopping environments. If you shop in supermarkets, prices double, but experience improves remarkably. Stores like the German chain Aldi, China's Hema Fresh, and wholesale stores like Sam's Club and Costco are available. Shopping there is almost the same as in America, but you will need a membership card and a car. Now let's talk about housing. This is truly the biggest pressure for living in Shanghai. In April 2025, a one-bedroom apartment in the city center rents for about 7,000 yuan per month, while outside the center, it's around 4,000 yuan. Housing expenses usually take up 40 to 50% of income. Foreigners who live here long-term often pay around 20,000 yuan monthly for rent in upscale apartments in central areas. Since many are company managers, some people love this old Shanghai architecture and pay about 10,000 yuan monthly to live in centrally located apartments with modern interiors but classic exteriors. For hotels, foreign tourists can only stay in places licensed to host foreigners, so you must book online before arrival. I recommend at least 500 yuan per night, while luxury hotels start from 1,500 yuan per night. If you stay in a local's home, the host must register you with the police, or both parties could face trouble. Population management here is very strict and sensitive. If you have the funds and want to buy property in Shanghai, you must legally live here for 1 year before purchasing a home for personal use. Foreigners are also restricted by housing purchase policies. Property prices vary widely. An ordinary home in the core area costs at least 5 million yuan. Higher standards push prices near 10 million, and the luxury new residences start at 20 to 30 million. Residential areas with many foreigners are also expensive, but have better environments. Locals often choose places with cost control, where prices may be half those of core areas. It's a complex topic with many options. Now, transportation. I've already explained public transport in another video. Buses cost 2 yuan per ride in the city center. Subway fares vary by distance from 2 to 9, with most rides costing about 4 yuan. Taxi base fare is 14 plus 240 per kilometer. Ride-hailing apps are slightly cheaper, and you get upfront pricing and guaranteed routes, more reliable than taxis. All this can be paid by mobile apps. No cash needed, which avoids the hassle of change. Of course, you can rent a car. The price is affordable, but traffic is complex. Parking is difficult, and the driving skills need to be high, so I don't recommend it. Buying a car in Shanghai is another story. It's very hard to get a license plate because they limit the supply. You actually have to pay and join like an auction to get one. My family was lucky to be among about 10,000 winners out of 270,000 applicants at that month. But that luck cost us around 90,000 yuan for the license plate. Literally the most expensive piece of metal in the world. Crazy, right? Recently, to promote electric vehicles, the Shanghai government started giving license plates for EVs, totally free. Crazy again. Overall, everyone living in Shanghai can find a lifestyle that suits their budget. High-end restaurants are priced internationally, but buying groceries and cooking yourself is cheap. Public transport is unbelievably cheap, but you can also enjoy daily ride-hailing with a driver. There are luxury homes if you have money, or you can share with others if you don't. Most have both international luxury brands and fast fashion like Uniqlo, Zara, and H&M. Online shopping lets you buy cheap goods from all over China, especially home appliances. Thanks to a complete manufacturing supply chain, I haven't seen prices lower anywhere else in the world. Maybe one day I will take you shopping to see the real situation. But right now, my likes and followers are still too few. Please interact more and comment whether you think Shanghai's license plate prices are crazy.